Hello everyone, welcome back to Mario Kart World. So real quick before we go into the actual game, I wanted to talk about a couple of things Switch 2 related. So a few people experienced some kind of an issue where their right Joy-Con was not charging all the way, and I actually was one of those people. So you see the battery indications, there's the left Joy-Con, the center, which is the actual system, and then the right Joy-Con. Right now you can see that it actually is fully charged, but it wasn't fully charging at first. So all you have to do, if this is happening to you, you may not even notice it because you have to go to that screen, is you have to go into settings and then go to controllers and accessories and then click update controllers. So if your Joy-Cons are connected to the system and you're using a Pro controller, then it'll work. Or if they're wirelessly connected, then it should work as well. But that solved it for me, so I didn't necessarily have a defective Joy-Con. It was just, I don't know, it had a bad version or something, and they fixed it with an update, so that's wonderful. Also, something else that's interesting is I actually noticed when playing online that if you look to your left, the course selected actually says mirror. So there technically actually is a mirror mode in this game. It's just you can't select it. It's just like random on the online only race selection. So that is really random. But whatever. So today I just wanted to continue going through Knockout Tour. And now we're going to go with Toad because I want to. Also, I've been playing this game a lot. It has officially been 1 week now since the game released. And as you can see, I actually only have literally like 2 more, well actually I don't know, only 1 more Toad costume and then like the enemy characters, which they don't specify how many more there are. It's just like a random amount. So anyway, but yeah, since I only have 1 Toad left, I figure we'll play as him. And I like the high acceleration, high handling stats. So I go with the Rob bike with Toad because the color combo is good. So, I actually tried these off camera and didn't do too well, so let's go ahead and do the Moon Rally, which looks like goes from Bowser's Castle all the way to the Savannah area. So yeah, 150 please, let's go. Okay, yeah, so like I said, it has been 1 week that the game has been out. It is June 12th, and I've played this game every single day since, both offline. I've gotten all 3-star gold cups on the Grand Prix, and I've been playing online a lot, and I have a pretty good VR. And basically, something I have figured out with this game that I really do not like is online, the amount of racers. I think 24 online, or even just more than 12, is insane and ridiculous. And it often results in just frustrating gameplay, which, you know, the whole point of games is to have fun, and oftentimes I just don't have fun because I pretty much just get thrown into last place, and like at the last second with no items, and there's just nothing you can do about it. So basically that means that the best strategy for this video game is to literally just bag in last place until either the checkpoint, or if you're doing Knockout Tour, or the finish line, depending on the lap or whatever. And that's pretty much all you can do. And I really do not like that kind of gameplay for racing, especially in Mario Kart, because in 8 Deluxe, I genuinely think that front running and bagging were both viable strategies, depending on your positioning on the track, on, I don't know, your skill level, on the way racers were going. It just, you could mix it up all the time, and it was no big deal. This game, it's pretty much just, oh, you want to win? Sit in the back until the last second, snag a great item, and then win. Now, of course, offline, this is a very different story. Front-running offline against CPUs is very viable, and I'm doing it right now, and it's working just fine. But that is pretty much the strategy, which I really do not like. Dang it. Yeah, and oh cool, that's actually a new one, Rocky Wrench. So that's actually one I've never gotten before, and okay, so that they spawn a bunch of those guys, which are really not that much of a hazard, but so yeah, basically I am not like a huge fan of this game, unfortunately, and that is a serious letdown considering that it was, you know, it's probably the most expensive first-party video game at the moment. Technically I did not pay full price for it because I bought the bundle, which makes the game basically $50, but still, I should love this game, and I'm not absolutely thrilled with it, so that's the reality. But maybe my mind will change. Maybe part of it is a bit of a skill issue. You know, if I'm whining because I'm losing all the time, I probably just need to get better at the game. But most of the time, I genuinely feel like my losses were not deserved. Wow, okay, they had triple reds. And to me, that does not make a great game. That's why I genuinely do not like Mario Party, because that game is 100% luck. You could play perfectly, win every single minigame, do everything right, and still lose due to RNG or, I don't know, just whatever. Not even outperformance necessarily, it's just the game decides, oh, you are going to be unlucky today, and you lose. Today, or in this game, obviously, there's a mild amount of luck with the items, what you get, which can be sort of manipulated based on where you get them. However, what is the CPU doing? Yeah, that's the thing. CPUs are nothing compared to actual players. And can I pass you, maybe? Maybe if I snipe him with the shell. Nope. Okay, well, we're not getting 3 stars. I'm pretty sure with Knockout Tour, if you want 3 stars on the gold, you actually have to cross every single checkpoint in first place, which is insane. But whatever, I mean, I just want to get through it, hopefully get the gold. So yeah, that's my opinion. Also, another thing, which is, you know, something people talked about and feared about, and some people don't feel this way, but I do, is the amount of tracks is actually too few. I'm genuinely, like, just, when I play online, I'm like, oh yeah, great, I'm gonna play this again. The amount of tracks is truly too few, and I know that you can play them multiple ways. There's backwards, technically there is mirror, although it's very rare to get the mirror mode. I've only gotten it like 2 times this whole week, and I've been playing online a lot. And basically then, well, and actually the biggest thing I do not like is how you pretty much have to play the in-between sections. There are ways to play the lap normally. Oh, that didn't give me that? That sucks. Oh, actually I got it anyway, okay. Basically, yeah, I prefer to play each lap 3 times. Traditionally, but that isn't necessarily possible. It is, but it's basically if the game allows you. I guess I need to play online to explain it, but when you finish a race or start one, you are given 4 options, 3 tracks, and random, and usually the 3 tracks show lines to indicate that you are going to be driving towards it. Not always, sometimes one of them will not, and that means that you will do 3 laps if it is chosen, and if random is selected, then the random track will be done 3 times, traditionally. But again, getting random isn't necessarily ideal, because you don't even know what it's going to be. It could be a track you hate, and there's just nothing you can really do about it. So, fortunately, I believe this could be easily remedied with an update. Basically, if Nintendo just gives you the choice when you vote, you select the track, and then it gives you another menu that says, like, do you want to do, you know, a traditional 3 laps, or do the drive to section, and then that would be like a little sticker on the vote as to which, there'd be a symbol to indicate which way or what kind, and then that would remedy the problem, in my opinion. Sure, if you want to drive to that area, then select it, but I would probably always choose traditional 3 laps. But that's just me. So, anyway, basically, yeah, my point is that this game is not as amazing as I thought it was. It is very fun. The one thing that it absolutely does perfectly is the free roam, but that's not necessarily why you play this game. You usually play it to race. And if racing isn't fun, then all there is the free roam, and that can get old very quickly. Also, I do fully plan to do a ton of free roam videos. I haven't done any P-switches because I wanted to show those off. And also, I have done some like Peach medallions and then the, what are they called? The question mark panels. But those are always like there, so you can just get them again, I guess, and they're not that exciting. It doesn't really matter. But the P-switches, I think, are very fun, and I'm not positive if you can do them again. Like, they're depressed, I believe, after you do them. Maybe if you go up to them, it'll be like retry, in which case that would solve it, but I wanted to experience them first time on camera, so that was my plan. So anyway, basically, yeah, I'm not trying to trash talk the game or say I hate it. I don't even dislike it. I actually do enjoy it. It's just, I still actually believe that 8 Deluxe is the better game for racing. For world and charm, detail, mobility, this game absolutely wins, because nothing is more satisfying than completing a shortcut by railing off and, you know, cutting the corner kind of like this. You know, it's just, it feels amazing, and it's like you did something difficult and you got rewarded for it by by cutting ahead or something. And that's the other thing, though, is you could do that, you could play perfectly, but the game may still say you lose because, I don't know, somebody in front of you got a better, or behind you rather, got a better item. And then it basically just makes all mobility pointless. And sometimes some of these cool tricks or kind of like secret grinding or road or wall riding areas are actually slower than just driving normally, just on the track, which I think is absolutely weird. And yeah, I got 2 stars, I think, because I didn't pass through all of them in first place, which is weird, but I can always just do it again later. And that, to me, makes the game feel, you know, unnecessarily difficult. Okay, yeah, so there's still another enemy, but we'll continue as Toad in hopes of getting another outfit. And we'll go with Explorer Toad. And I actually love the his waiter outfit. His head turns into a burger. That's rich. Okay, so the Spiny Rally looks like we're going, oh nice, from the Boo Cinema to Wario Shipwreck, so through the snowy area. Okay, cool. I got a bronze on this one. I think I just played this one randomly, and just didn't really care. I just kind of lost genuinely. So anyway, that's my opinion on this game. And because I've spent $50 on it, it doesn't feel so bad. It's basically like I saved $10, which I think is what this game should be priced at, $60, on a brand new release with a brand new console, and that feels amazing. You know, it's like a steal. But if I wanted the physical copy and I had to spend $80, I would not. Or actually, what I would try to do is return it probably, or just be very disappointed. And that's totally not cool. That's not what gaming is about. You're supposed to love the game you buy. And usually with stores, if you like undo the shrink wrap, they're not really going to let you return it in case, I don't know, you tampered with it or, stole the data or something. You know, people are doing that. And I guess, yeah, the Switch 2 is not as unhackable as everybody thought it was going to be. And actually, yeah, more to the point of the Switch 2 and errors, apparently the latest one is that, at the time of recording anyway, is that the battery indicator is inaccurate, which I'm not entirely sure what that means. I'm guessing, like, it tanks to 1%, and then it still has battery or something. That's my guess, and so the percent goes down faster than it actually is going. I think I sort of had that experience. It kind of, it lasted on 1% like a long time. So maybe that is true, but the thing that kills me though is that these like solutions online are ridiculous and convoluted. They're like, okay, you know, turn off all of your sleep settings and then you know, leave the console on for 4 hours with the screen at the brightest setting, and then, you know, reboot it, and then press the volume buttons and the power button to reset it and put it into recovery mode. And like, dude, it's just a battery percenter. Surely it'll just fix itself, or why can't Nintendo just do a system update that corrects the problem? It's literally an indicator in the system. So I don't know. And I'm pretty sure Nintendo themselves actually addressed the problem and said it is inaccurate, not just people saying that it is due to experience. Nintendo actually said that their system is faulty, which I don't know why it's happening this much. It seems like we've had several issues with the Switch 2 already. Some people not even getting a proper system on launch day, which I feel horrible for, because they basically may not get the console for quite some time due to the low stock. And like, for example, I went to Target for the first time in a while, and they barely had anything. Like, not all they had was like a banner and some Joy-Cons and some of the like Switch 2 like the cards that just give you the digital copy, you know, and they're basically not taxable. It's like a gift card for a game, and that was it. There was no display, no consoles in the lockup area, obviously, because they had no stock. I don't think they even had a Pro controller, which is kind of sad, but I'm not really into getting one at the moment. Also, I've unfortunately noticed that the Pro Controller 1 does not wake the console anymore. Normally when you press the home button on the Switch 1, what am I doing? It will wake the console, but with the Switch 2 it does not. You actually have to either use the Joy-Con 2s or press the power button, which is not a huge deal. It's just kind of disappointing and frustrating. It's like, I thought my controller would be just as good with the new console as it was with the old one, but it actually is slightly worse. So anyway, if anybody is curious, that is a case. So this is not to say that I am disappointed with the Switch 2. I believe it is an excellent console, and primarily because the Switch 1 was so good. It has excellent games. I have a large library with it, and it plays all games that I own the same, if not better. So that to me is absolutely worth the money. Plus, I'm very excited for what Nintendo plans to do in the future. It's just, yeah, maybe this game isn't necessarily for me. Now, I know I keep saying like, oh, I'm not a big fan of this game, but I am playing it like crazy, and I am having a good time. I'm just saying, after all of these years, all of this hype, I do not believe that this game is better than the predecessor. And that is truly a shame. And it happens all the time. Sequels are worse, or, I don't know, overhyped, or whatever. And it's just, I don't know, it's part of the industry. I'm sure some people will disagree with me completely and say that this game is better than the 8 and every other game. But in my opinion, I don't believe so. So my plans for the channel are, I'm just going to keep uploading this game because I do fully intend to play it more. I'm probably very much going to enjoy free roam because it's kind of pretty much the selling point for this game, which, if that's all you, or that's most of what you're getting out of, the price is absolutely insane. And to the point of the price, I understand that the game took almost a decade to develop, and the continuity between the tracks and the amount of detail, and the soundtrack, actually. The soundtrack for this game is out of this world, and I absolutely hope I can get it somehow. So that, I understand, took a lot of time, a lot of manpower, a lot of hours to make. However, the technically amount of game there is kind of laughable at this point. It is not that much. Like, even just looking at the menu, it's like, okay, I can race offline, or I can, you know, do multiplayer, which I can't do because I don't have anybody near me who can play it. And then you can play online, and you only have 3 choices. Normal racing, knockout tour, battle, and then friends, which then I guess you could choose what to do with them. Oh boy, I'm actually a little behind here. And I believe that the next area is up ahead. Stay away from me. I need a mushroom, please. No, stop giving me stupid bananas. Okay, at least I can bump into people. I need to lock in a little bit. And so yeah, when you look at the menu, the game actually feels rather small, which is, again, very disappointing. With 8, I guess it was kind of the same. It's just there were so many tracks, it didn't feel small, even before the DLC. Well, 8 Deluxe. Technically, yes, 8 Deluxe had Wii U's DLC in it, which made the game much more complete. But before the booster course, which added, you know, twice as many tracks, the game felt very full, and I played it often. But then when the DLC came, I was like, oh yeah, I'm playing this game all the time. And I really got into it when when World was announced. The amount of things people were discovering still, you know, blew me away, and I really enjoyed the game more than before. And it looks like we're gonna get a second here. I don't know how I kind of got messed up at the end. Like I said, yeah, basically this game relies solely on the items you receive, which is disappointing. So yeah, that's basically my point, and the video, if you will. It's just, this game is not as impressive as I thought it would be after a week of pretty much consistent, constant play. I mean, I've played every day this week for several hours, trying to get the most out of it, and I feel as though I've done everything. I mean, like I showed, I've unlocked every character, I've unlocked every car, which is actually pretty pathetic. Like, if I go here, change character, Toad. So, this is the first page, so it's 12 vehicles, so 12, 20, or wait, is that right? 3, 6, 9, 12, yeah, so 12, 24, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 cars. Now, I guess if you think about it, it's technically the car, the tire, and the glider. And in the previous games, you could customize and choose what those were. In this game, you cannot, which I actually do prefer, but because it's this way, they should put, like, a ton of choices. And a lot of cars share the exact same stats, which basically means that it's just aesthetically different, which is nice. Like, the Rob bike is the same as the Rosalina bike, I guess. I don't know exactly what it's called. It's basically just a traditional motorbike, not the, like, off-road bike, but the one that kind of looks like a racing bike. So that's good. You know, the Rob bike looks cool, it's reminiscent, and it works well with Toad because of the color scheme, the red and the white. Other cars are shared as well. Like, actually, this one category, I can literally just show this, I don't know why I'm being so cryptic. These, yeah, like, these 4 cars have the exact same stats. They do not change at all. And, I mean, I guess that's convenient if it is, you know, a stats value you prefer, but it kind of just makes it feel like there are fewer cars, because all it is a color and style difference. Yeah, like I showed this car, the Mock Rocket, It's basically just a regular motorcycle. So if you kind of memorize the bars on the screen, if I go to the Rob one, they're pretty much identical with Toad. And yeah, personally, I prefer high acceleration and high handling. Speed almost doesn't matter in this game because, like I said, all that matters is that you get a good mushroom or a good item, and then you rush to the finish right at the end. So then having acceleration for the millions of times you're going to get hit by red shells and green shells and giant mushrooms and all that will help you recover faster, because when you have a car with low acceleration, it often hurts you and you get passed by more people, and you actually will most likely be hit more. So then it's just a cycle of getting hit, not accelerating in time, and then before you know it, you're in 24th place. So in my opinion, yeah, faster acceleration will result in you not falling behind as hard and then catching up in the end with a better item. So anyway, point is yeah, this game is absolutely not worth $80. It's worth $50, but unfortunately I see myself not playing it very much longer because I just feel like I've done everything. I want to get the last enemy and then last Toad costume. I have no idea what it is. I've been trying for hours. I can't figure out which food gets him the last costume. And then, obviously, the P-switches, there's probably, well, actually, I believe they said there are hundreds. And that's great. I want to do those. I want to do them on camera. And then the Peach medallions are fun, as well as the question mark panels. On the bottom left, you can see I've done 59 panels, I've collected 29 Peach medallions, and then 0 P-switches, because I just wanted to save them. But if you go to, like, each area and mouse over, it shows exactly how many there are and how many you've gotten, which is great. It kind of gives some sort of a completionist thing, and I fully intend to do that, not on camera because it's just question mark panels. I'm just going to be like circling around a thing forever. And am I drifting? What is going on? Is this controller broken already? Or is that just the way this map is? I don't know why I felt like it was like moving down on its own, but okay, anyway. And that's great. Some of them have like a ton, like Crown City has 10. And same with costumes. Like Mario has 10 costumes, whereas Pauline has 2. And plenty of like the enemy characters do not. And, which is kind of a shame. And it's honestly a shame when a character only has 1 costume because it's total waste. But anyway, so that's my synopsis of this game after 1 week. I've seen plenty of videos of people going crazy and collecting, or rather, the shortcuts that they've performed. Kind of like that. Like in the question block ruins, you can almost jump through the entire race, like on the side of the track, like not even going the direction that it calls for, which is crazy. And that's awesome, and I know people are going to continue to find more and more ways to jump through things and do certain things certain ways. However, that to me is only useful for time trials, and I guess free roam if you just want to goof around, because in races, the chances of you being able to pull off something that technical and that difficult with people throwing 1,000 things at you, bumping into you, running you over, shocking you, blue shelling you, and whatever else, means you are just not going to be able to do it, and it will most likely result in you falling off the course and not gaining positions, but rather losing them. So thus, just drive boring and normal, and you'll win. And to me, that just makes all of the new things completely moot. So, anyway, not trying to put a downer on this game, that's just my opinion so far. So, thank you all so much for watching this video. Please feel free to subscribe for more. I do fully intend to play the game more, just because I want to. I'm hoping maybe my opinion will change, but until then, that is my opinion so far. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.